What's going on, guys? John here from John's Fishing Channel. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, favorite this video. I would appreciate it. That's right, I said John's Fishing Channel. This is the first ever introduction video to John's Game Channel. We've got the truck and the boat loaded up. We've got all the tackle, the rods, everything we need, minnows to go catch a lot of really fun fish. So today's episode is going to be an intro to fishing and just fishing, catching fish, having a fun time in the North Woods. This channel is going to be a lot about fishing. It's not really going to focus on John's Game Channel or Nikki and John Pranks or Nikki and John Vlogs. It's just going to be me fishing, telling you guys about fish, showing you how to tie lures, talking about different baits, lures, techniques, time of years. I'll be going hopefully all over the world eventually fishing. We'll start with all over the United States. And I'll bring you guys some awesome fishing footage. One of the things in life I'm most passionate about, and I mean, whenever I'm out on the water fishing, I'm just happy. So I've decided to start a fishing channel. And I think it's going to be a really big success. So I'm really looking forward to it. I need your guys' help. Please subscribe to my channel and check out my videos. If you love fishing, check out John's Fishing Channel, and we're gonna load up and roll out. Alright, so we've got the boat loaded up. We're just double checking the chains. Ooh, the windows up. There's so many mosquitoes up here right now, it's crazy. We're double checking the chains, making sure the lights work before we head into town. We're gonna pick up a little gas, a little bit of bait, then we're gonna pop this sucker in and start fishing for the day. Should be pretty exciting. We have a feeling that we're gonna catch a lot of fish. It's about 75 degrees out right now. It'll be about 80 by the time the day is done, and that's when the fish are really gonna start biting. So we're gonna hit them up, as they say. All right, guys. So we're headed back to the secret spot right now. Ooh, I better slow down. We got the boat on the trailer. We're headed down this wooded path. It's really narrow. There's a lot of downed trees across the road that have been recently cut out. But this is kind of how we get back to one of our favorite little fishing spots right up here. There's a tree. So we're still driving down this road. We have to go pretty slow because we have the boat on the trailer and it's just really tight, and we have sucker minnows in the back that we don't want to spill either. But it's probably gonna take us about 20 minutes to get down this road. It's usually maybe about a 5-minute drive going 15 miles an hour, which is pretty quick for on a road like this, but it's amazing. You know, you still find these roads where you just have to drive through the woods really slow for a long time to get to where you want to go. So we're putting in on this lake right here. We've got the truck over there, and we found this kind of old structure. And there actually used to be an old girls' camp here on this lake. It was like a summer type camp for girls to come and hang out. And there's buildings kind of all up and down these woods all around here. And it's just pretty neat that some of this old stuff is still here, just kind of sitting around. And it's like kind of like I believe it was in the early 1900s, so it's been here for a long time. But we're gonna throw the boat in and we're gonna start fishing. Here we are. God, this is such a pretty lake. The water is so clear. A couple little fish down there. Oh, there's a fish nest right out there. I don't see any bass sitting on it. I do see a couple little bass. Gonna go ahead. Tom is gonna back the boat down in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump in it. We'll load everything up from the truck. We have some sucker minnows, so hopefully we can catch a muskie today. We're really kind of on the hunt for a large muskie, so we have some huge muskie sucker minnows. And what you do with those is you put them on a hook and you throw them out. Oh, look, can you guys see that fish? Oh, that's cool. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, look, right there. Look at that. Right there. Oh, geez, it's a whole school. There's 4 of them. See if I can scare them a little bit. Look at all that. Oh, that's cool. God, I love fishing so much. So what we're going to do with the muskie suckers is we're going to put them on a hook, we're going to throw them out behind the boat and just let them sit out there under a bobber, and hopefully a big muskie will come cruising along sooner or later and just chomp that minnow, and we'll hook into him and have the fight of a life and hopefully catch just a fantastic muskie. But they are one of the biggest, most elusive freshwater species up in this area that you can catch. So everybody wants to catch them. They're really hard to catch. They're just a smart fish. They're pretty lazy, a little lethargic. They really turn on in the fall. Before winter they start eating to kind of fatten up. But they're really the top predator in these waters. And we're really hoping to catch one because it'd be awesome to catch a 50-inch muskie. Alright guys, here's the first fishing tip I have for you guys. It has to do with trailering the motor. You want to trailer the motor in the down position, so all of the weight is not going to be bouncing around and putting a lot of stress on this right here. But when we put the boat into the water, we want to make sure that we put the motor all the way in the up position. We'll lock it up. That way when you put the boat in, the motor is not going to hit on the concrete landing ramp. Most boat ramps will have a little piece of concrete right here to help prevent erosion and sand getting pushed in and out from so many trailers going in and out of the water, even though nobody ever really puts in here. But that's my first fishing tip for you guys. So we've got some minnows here. We've got our large sucker minnows. These are what we use to catch muskie. You put a hook through them and just throw them out there. These are used to catch walleye, crappie, bass, pretty much everything. We've got our snacks, our lure, our tackle. The boat is pretty much loaded up. One thing me and my brother like to do is use a lot of different rods. We'll have 6 or 7 rods in the boat ready to go at all times. Surface, deep runner, shallow divers, spinner baits, muskie setups, everything that we need. You know, if we see a muskie, if we see a big bass, if they're biting on the surface, if they're down low, if they're down deep, we can basically just take a different rod without even having to swap out a lot of tackle. And it's just a lot easier, it's more convenient for us to catch a lot more fish that way. Second fishing tip, always make sure the plug of your boat is in. There's a plug kind of right down here, you can see it's right there. That keeps the water out. If you put the boat in without the plug in, your boat will fill up with water. It's unlikely that it'll sink before you notice, but you can really get a lot of water in the boat pretty quickly. Normally we would have a strap holding the boat down here, so you want to take that off. You have your winch set up here, which has a chain connection. That's going to secure your boat from coming off the trailer during transportation. And this is a winch. It's a two-way winch, which you can throw this lever and crank forward and backwards. And that's going to be our strap to get our boat on and off. There's a big bump right here. All right, easy. Easy. All right. Easy. Easy. All right, you're over it. You're good. All right, 1 second, let me hop in. We have tested this boat out. We took, what? I'm out. All right. When you launch a boat into a lake or a river or anything like that, you're going to want to get a bow line. And you're basically, I'm just going to loop it around the motor here. And that's going to hold it on. Alright, go ahead, launch it in. Let me flip the switch here for you. Unhook this right here, hook it up there, get my bow line. Nice and easy. Keep going. Touch your bow line. Woo! Filming this is pretty easy to do, but filming it and doing it is kind of tough. So it's pretty shallow here. The boat's not actually sitting in the water, so we're gonna put the motor down. It's deep enough for the motor. We're gonna put the motor down and get off the trailer. All right, and away we go. I'll see you on the other side of the lake. So I have to hook this up here like so. There we go. You pump the gas ball 3 times, and then the motor should start right up. Go ahead and kick her out here. Now, oh, look at the size of that bass. Woohoo! Alrighty guys, so I'm pretty much just kind of getting everything together here. I'm gonna put my cell phone in my pocket so I don't lose it. I'm probably gonna have to put some shorts on. It's warm out here. Motor's looking good. Fish is looking good. Seeing a lot of fish. I have to head over to the other side of the lake here, pick my brother up, pick my Uncle Roger up, and then we'll be on from there. I just loaded up the live well full of our minnows. We got all sorts of minnows down there. And hopefully catch us a lot of good stuff today. Alright, so I'm headed across the lake right now. One thing I like to do when I'm crossing a lake is troll out a muskie lure about 80 yards behind the boat and just kind of drag it around a little bit. And that way, you know, that's a really good way to troll for muskies. There's no northern in this lake. Walleye, big bass could hit this lure, but the only thing that's really going to strike it out there pretty much is going to be a good sized muskie. And it's a really good way just to get across the lake. Alright guys, so we've got my brother on the camera, Uncle Roger in the boat, and I've actually hooked my first fish here. Largemouth bass. He's got it pretty good. Try not to get a treble hook in my finger here. All right. So this is the. Oh, no, I got his nose. You filming still? So this is the first bass I've caught on Buffalo all year. It's a little small guy, looks like a male. You can actually kind of see, I say female, you can see the egg sac where the eggs are starting to come out. If you push really hard, a bunch of eggs will come out there, but we want those to go in the water. So we're gonna let her go. It's first fish. Caught that on my perch imitation jointed Rapala. This is probably one of the most solid lures I've ever used. That jointed action makes it look like they're injured, and it's just fantastic. Now, big old bucket mouth. All right, so my brother just hooked one on a rubber worm. He's using a walking worm. It's where you hook the worm in the middle of the lure.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice size fish. There's about 3 pounds. Good fish. Nice, solid, huge mouth on it. Look at that. Rum, nom, nom, nom. That's a solid northern Wisconsin Northwoods largemouth bass right there. Fantastic fish.
Look, he's got a bite mark in him. Something bit him in the side. I bet that's probably that guy from Texas.
Oh, Roger's got a big one. I've got another one. So it's been a great day of fishing. I think we've had the best day of fishing that we have had so far. Go ahead, bring it over here. I think we've had the best day of fishing that we've had so far. Just get this fish up.
Thank you.
And it's been absolutely phenomenal. I'm dragging a big old musky sucker back there too. He's just swimming around, enjoying it. I'm just hoping I hear a and we hook a huge muskie. Tom's fishing a rubber worm up front, doing all right. Roger's using a shark tooth shallow diver, and I have switched to the shallow diving crayfish, which generally works really good for smallmouth and largemouth in colder water. But I caught one on the 3rd cast, so hopefully I keep catching them. Looks like little crayfish. They swim backwards. Throwing them by rocks is a good way to catch fish, because crayfish really live under rocks. You see that fish? Is that you? So here's a beaver dam.
Entrance is right here.
We just saw a beaver actually swimming through the water. He just went into his house. But they stack up mud and wood and sticks and pretty much everything, and they build up these houses and they live inside. But they're traditionally pretty good fishing areas because they have a lot of undercut beaver holes, and all the sticks are hanging under, so it provides very good coverage for food and fish. That is the 2nd crappie that you have caught. And that's a nice one. Black crappie.
Let's go. Let's go.
Careful. Whoop! You've caught panfish, you've caught turtles, you've caught bass, you've caught...
Hey, listen, I came up to the Northwoods to fish, get a variety of fish. You know, I mean...
Oh, we just got to get you that muskie.
Wouldn't be something, huh?
I think you'd have the grand plan then.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pretty good afternoon of fishing here out on the lake. We caught a lot of largemouth, crappies, sunfish. Had a really good mix. It's getting warm. I would say this has been our best day of fishing this trip thus far. And Roger's actually supposed to be flying to Chicago right now, and Tom's supposed to be heading home tomorrow, but they've all extended their flights by 2 days to come up here and fish. So we're gonna head in, we're gonna take a little nap, and then we're gonna come back out and hopefully catch some more big fish.